I'm going to show you a pattern that is emerging out of what is happening in Manipur. This is not something that happened 5 years ago or 10 years ago. This is something that has been put in place for 30 years. For once, let's take a step back and look at how East Timor was formed. In 1975, it was a Portuguese colony, and then it got independence. Within a few days, Indonesia, the neighbor, attacked them and annexed them. And from there on, the battle for East Timor started. And finally, in 2002, they became independent. Now, East Timor is also called Timor-Leste. And the thing that made it possible was the fact that the population was close to 99.75% Christian, because of the fact that the Portuguese had colonized it for several hundred years. Is the northeast of India the next candidate for a Timorization? Why I ask that is, take a look at the 7 states. Not talking about Assam, so 6 states. But let's take a look at some of the key states. We have Mizoram, Nagaland, and Manipur. These 3 states. What is happening here? Mizoram is 100% or close to 100% Christian. Nagaland, same. Now you are looking at 50% Christianization of Manipur. Once Manipur reaches 100%, guess what's going to happen? These 3 states will become something that would be a candidate for Christianization. I don't buy what people are saying that a part of this, a part of that will be carved out, form a new Christian country. I believe this is the goal all along. Who is the person who is doing it? Well, let us just say that Western interests, deep state, CIA, you can name anything. It doesn't matter. The question that one should ask oneself is, what the heck was Nehru doing, giving a preacher a free hand in the 7 sister states? This is what has now led to what is happening now. Now, if Manipur becomes Christian, then you have 3 states, 100% Christian, and ergo, all done, right? So let us take a look at the history of how much the Nagas were hit by the Kukis. So the tool for Christianization at this time appears to be the Kukis. Kukis are not native to this area. They are coming in from Myanmar, and many of them are already Christianized. Myanmar is a Buddhist country. Remember that. So that's why the Rohingyas were allegedly driven out. Although I don't rule out the possibility that this was something that was like a 2-pronged attack. Christianize part of India and also drive out the Muslims from Myanmar so they can become citizens in India. Actually, I wouldn't say citizens, but they can also become residents with voting rights, which is the most key thing. And therefore they can wreak havoc. All these are happening. So a slide deck now to show you this pattern from many years back. Hope you like this video, and also if you have not subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. Cookies are good at playing victim card after they instigate something. Where have we heard this before? Well, you all know who the other group does this. I don't have to tell you. So let us take a look at what happened way back in the 1990s when the Kukis took on or instigated conflict with the Nagas and later moved to Imphal, which is Manipur, presenting themselves as victims to appear innocent. So 1990s, we're going to go back from 1990s, that is 34 years now. The Kuki student organization, KSO, issued a quick notice demanding Nagas vacate Moreh within 24 hours, displacing thousands of Nagas from their homes and belongings. Remember, Manipur is not just Kukis and Meiteis. There are many other groups living there, including Nagas. So this attempt, I take a look at it, by taking a step back and saying, aha, this is one land which is actually very fertile. And once that happens, then it's a matter of time before Tripura also comes in. Of course, Tripura is Hindu right now. For how long? What is India doing? All these questions are being asked, and I really don't know what India is doing, honestly. And there are ebbs and flows, and at this point of time, it looks like something is quiet, but is it quiet for good or is it something else? That's the question. So after that, by September 1992, the Kuki War Declaration Committee, led by C. Dongel and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 unilaterally declared war on the Nagas without any provocation. Where are the areas where this thing happened? I'm going to share that with you. In just one moment, stay with me. By April 1993, the Kuki National Front, KNF, launched attacks on Naga villages in the Chandel and Ukhrul districts. Where are these districts located? Next slide. By September 1993, the Kukis had also launched attacks on the Nagas in Tamenglong and Senapati districts. In September 1993, thousands of Kuki volunteers from various villages under the 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗘𝗥𝗘 subdivision organized by KNF, that is the Kuki National Front, launched an attack on Tapan Naga village. By the way, all these rascals have gotten together and formed a association, all Manipur something, but notably they have left out the 𝗦𝗘𝗧. This is a big plan going on. I mean, it's so obvious when you take a step back and look at the big picture. I hope somebody in the government in India is taking a look at it. If not, please, those of you who are connected with the government, please share the data along with the references that we are presenting, tell you what is going on in the big picture. This is definitely, in my opinion, a Christianization of India that has started. On September 10th, 1993, the KNF attacked Makuvi Naga village, burning it to the ground and reducing it to ashes. Remember, by 1993, all Nagas may not have converted to Christianity. So there's also that fear factor. The thing is, remember, 3 states, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram, they are in play today, but soon the rest will also get annexed. This is my call here. So this is the state of Manipur. You can see the 2 districts, Chandel and Ukhrul. You also see the district Tamenglong. Churachandpur is the place where the 𝗦𝗘𝗧s have been attacked quite a bit. But then why will they keep quiet? They are going to hit back. Now, so Chandel, Moreh. Moreh is the important business town or the frontier town, if you will, a business place which connects Myanmar with Manipur. This is a key place. That's where the attacks happened. More instances of what happened in September 1993. Liangmai Naga community and Naga Lim Guard reached Makua Naga village to defend it. So once the Kukis attack, the Naga Lim Guard gets into the action to try and control and also to push back some of these Kukis. And after the clash, suddenly the Kukis blamed the Naga Lim Guard and portrayed themselves as victims, diverting attention from their unprovoked aggression. Again and again and again and again, you see the same thing happening with another community that is becoming a big nuisance in India and in fact in the whole world, I might add. Now, this is the Liangmai area. Again, it is in Manipur. Everything is now focused in the last 30 years to just the Manipur area. Sometimes they take on the Nagas and now they have taken on the 𝗦𝗘𝗧s because they feel the Nagas are Christianized enough that they don't need to worry about it. This is my theory, okay? You guys can, by way of comment, say, no, it's not true that the Nagas are going to return back to their tribalism or even a version of Hinduism. I don't know. I don't see the signs, but if you think that is what is happening, please rebut me, but with links. Don't just say that I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of research that has gone into this monologue. Contrary to the Kukis' accusations, the Naga Lim Guard was not responsible for their deaths. This tactic was part of a propaganda campaign to consolidate Kukis' power by portraying themselves as victims and obscuring their aggression. How many times have we seen this thing? In fact, today morning at 6 a.m., we had showed you how Soros has so many connects and that basically is ready to bail out Zubair, and they basically are telling Zubair, we are behind you, do whatever you want, lie whatever you want, you have to keep the pot boiling. And see, now he's still not gone to jail on the new set of accusations. The Kuki people have a history of conflicts with the Karbis in Assam, the 𝗦𝗘𝗙 in Churachandpur, the 𝗦𝗘𝗧s in the Imphal Valley, Nagas in both Manipur and Nagaland, and the Burmese in Myanmar, even the Bangladeshis. Right now, Bangladesh has its own cauldron going. It could also be a diversionary tactic on part of this deep state to try and get India to take its eyes off of Manipur and look at what is happening in Bangladesh. Now, the victim card part. Historical data indicates that Kuki community often finds itself at the center of numerous disputes, seemingly initiating conflict. Viewers, let me just take a step back. Do you know that Mizoram has a new chief minister whose party is less than a few years old? How can a newly formed party grab power? What the heck happened? More importantly, what was the Congress and what was the BJP doing? I'm talking about Mizoram. Can anyone explain this to me? That in a democracy, a party comes from nowhere and captures power. In fact, if you look at the way they have captured power, it's not even 2/3, it is 4/5, it's 6/7. I mean, I can just go on. It's such a big, huge majority. What is going on there? I have no clue how someone from nowhere can come in and become the chief minister, and then goes to United States and starts talking funny stories. 𝗟𝗍𝗻 has been documenting all the stuff that the new mesochiem has been talking about. And as a concept, right, the Kukis are not native to India. They have some areas in Myanmar that they are local to, but they don't ever seem to stop there. They just keep going, whether it is at the instigation of somebody else or on their own. We don't know that part. And we also know that they got converted into Christianity a long time ago. By the way, I ask this question. Everybody seems to be converting away from Hinduism. Why isn't anybody converting back to Hinduism? Surely not everything is green and rosy in the other religions. What gives? What is the incentive? Is it just money? I don't know. I'm just curious. This is the root cause that needs to be investigated too. So Kukis follow a pattern of exploiting historical grievances and manipulating cultural practices for self-serving ends, such as demanding this new thing called Zalengam, Kuki state. Based on historical data, the current situation with 𝗦𝗘𝗥𝗙 mirrors what happened to the Nagas in 1980. Rinse and repeat. It appears. Now, what is going to happen, where things are headed, we'll have to wait and see. The strategy has been the same. Commit the offense first, then you get hit back, then you get retribution, then you start playing the victim card and keep playing that. Because of the narrative being set outside of the area where this is happening, this is becoming more and more like the Goebbelsian strategy of a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. This is exactly what the Kukis have done in this case, and anything else is just to me another diversionary tactic. Sure, the fact that India has gone aggressively and cut off all the opium crop in Manipur along the hill tracts, that is something that is that has hurt the bottom line, because funding probably was going from there too. So many things are adding up, but the big picture is to form a Christian state, not by hiving parts of Myanmar and Bangladesh and India, but from India itself. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.